Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is taken near the 13. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 87 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll go on the ground. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we can say hello to the new NFL rushing king as he has just passed Emmitt Smith's mark of over 18,000 yards. What a privilege to witness this here.
Oh, Brandon, this is terrific. We're here. We get to see it live. We get to call it and see a new king emerge. A fantastic day, a tip of the cap, and congratulations.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2nd down and 4.
Strong left. Strong left. Get ready. Get ready.
Halfback sent in motion.
95%. Check his mind.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough seat.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll look to set up his blockers. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff as they run left side. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be taken at the 10. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bengals take possession. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting through. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here we go now. Blue, line it.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down now after the pass completion. They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, He's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And this situation with the lead. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Good.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught at the 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Lucky 56.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the...
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throwing.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to